Never underestimate the power of a small group of dedicated individuals to change the world. In fact, that is the only thing that has ever changed the world, is a small group of dedicated individuals. I don't know who said it, but whoever said it was a genius, right? Because Napoleon didn't get up one day and there were, 150,000 men saying, let's take over Europe, okay? That's not how it happened, okay? Napoleon and a friend were drinking wine and he said, what do you want to do this weekend, okay? It was two guys who said, let's do something. Women vote today, not because all women rose and said, we all must vote. It was probably three women in the kitchen listening to their husbands in the parlor talking nonsense, right? And they said, we could do better, right? And that's what started, right? It always is a small group of dedicated individuals. And if you feel like you're alone and you're too small to make a difference, that's not an excuse. Because if you're in a commodity market, and I think most of us are, it applies to you as well. This is what we're tempted to do. 10 features for $1,000, 15 features for $800, 20 features for $500, where are we going? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen this year at Christmas. This year at Christmas, at some well-known retailers near you, you will buy 2 DVDs and get a free DVD player. Buy 2 movies. So where do we start addressing experiences now? If we're going to fix our problem, which is we're not aligned to the requirements and values of our customers, which is give me a great experience, that's what they want, where are we going to do that? Am I bleeding everything? No. You have no idea how much legal narcotics are in this body right now. You just don't know. Okay. I was like, okay, coffee or drugs? And then I decided coffee and drugs, So I'm sitting here going, I have no idea what I'm saying. So that's my disclaimer. I will deny everything. So where can we start with this experience now thing? Anybody? It's where we are. This is why I want to tell the story. Because you guys are the guys who can do this. You people in this room have a power to change the world. Because I'm going to tell you the extent, the potential effect that what you do can have. I did a survey. I love surveys, by the way, because other than talking to 1,000 people myself, it's the closest way I can get to people. So I run like a gazillion surveys. I did a survey of 300 people, and I asked them, how many vendor touch points do you have every day? Okay? There was a huge disparity between people that work and people that stay home. So I threw the people that stay home out because, well, it didn't help my point. So for the people that work, on average, 13 and a half vendor touch points. The guy who gives you the coffee, right? The registration desk when I registered here for the thing. Somebody that does something for me. What would happen to your quality of life if every one of those customer touch points exceeded your expectations? What would happen to your quality of life, let me say it again, if each one of those things those vendor touch points that you have exceeded your expectations every day? Would your life be like a little different? Is life a little harder than it should be right now? Why? Well, I'm saying this is not the reason why. There are wars, there's famine, there's things that really matter, right? But in dealing with all this stuff, if people gave me slightly more than I expected for what I paid for, maybe my life would be a little bit different. So that's the power that you have to change the world. To have people feel a little bit better about this existence. Your kids feeling a little bit better about their coach, you feeling a little bit better about your electric bill, you feeling a little bit better that, your insurance company isn't beating you up and not, right? Please get a free DVD player. Are we crazy? Are we nuts? Right? Why am I working really hard in my business to give you 1 million features for free? Is there something wrong with the idea that I want to put myself out of business? So why do we do that? What they say is the customer demands it. The customer demands lower prices. No, the customer does not demand lower prices. The customer demands value. We take the easy way out and say, you know what, finding out what customers really want is way too hard, so I'll just give them more features and I'll lower the price. Market share, right? So if this may apply to you, reconsider, because you're putting yourself out of business all the time. So the basic question I have is, are we aligned to customer values? If that's not what customers want, which I assert is not, then why are we doing it? And if we're doing it, we must not be aligned to their values, right? How many remote controls do you have in front of your television? Anyone more than one? Everybody, right? So is that what you want? Right? Do you want 5 remote controls in front of your television? Right? So am I aligned with your value of what a good product is? No. Instead of figuring out how to do it, I say, I'll just give them picture-in-picture and charge them $50 less. They'll forget about the remote. What is the value here? What are people willing to pay more for? $1, $2, $10, $100. Is this a control? Right? $100. What are people valuing? The experience. Okay? People now value the experience. This is not the evolution of birthday purchases or cake revival. No, this is the evolution, the natural evolution of economics worldwide. This is happening everywhere to different extents based on whether you're a high-level economy or whether you're a third world country type thing. But this is happening everywhere, okay? And the value is in the experience. Where are most of us selling in the marketplace today? Products. Some of us are selling services, right? UCN selling services, right? A lot of people are selling services. Most of us are here. But what do people value? Experiences. Are we aligned with people's value? No. But we say people expect it to have a lower price with more features. People demand it. No, they don't. Right? And Apple is a beautiful example. Right? Because no one is discounting an Apple iPod for $59. Nobody.